Hi, this is Remy and Authenticity Map, and we are continuing our discussions and interview with amazing people. And today I am pleased to meet Turiya, a co-founder of Life Changing Process, Path of Love, and also working with people for so many years. So Turiya, what would be your sharing about authenticity? Like, what is for you?
Well, I was thinking about authenticity because you asked me last night, so I had a bit of time to contemplate. And then what came to me, maybe the most important thing for authenticity right now, I feel, has to do with honesty. And I feel honesty is a very, of course, difficult subject because not many people like really to be honesty and transparency. And I feel like once we dare to be transparent, we will have a really good communication. But mostly we hold back. And then the other person doesn't feel you're authentic, and that creates a miscommunication. You know, for me, it's a bring in a transparency in communication has to do with being daring to be vulnerable and daring to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that really is for relationship. That is most of all with yourself, and I think that's maybe the most difficult thing to learn, to be honest with yourself. You know, because, of course, because of our childhood, we learn to lie. We have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we learn to manipulate and to get through difficult situations. So it's not wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but if you really, how I see it, if you want to be really authentic, you gotta have a transparency and an openness and a vulnerability and a willingness to be honest with yourself, and then also with the people that you work with and that you are with.
Mm-hmm. And what usually stops that? Like this honesty, this openness, like what would be your sensation?
Good question. Mostly, I think we learn to lie in our childhood because we were not welcomed in being honest. You know, you knew what was going on. You knew mom and dad didn't really love each other. And then you would say something, and then they were like, "No, it's not true," and you know, ba 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 bam, and you get punished for being honest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in school, we got punished for being honest. You know, you wanted to say, "No, what we're doing here is just fucking full of shit." You know, it's stupid. And like, "No, blah, 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 blah. This is not stupid." You know, or religion in how we were taught about religion. You know, this is this and God and. You know, when we go to heaven, and we've been told many lies from the start, you know, and we're conditioned to also to wear a mask. Then you are somebody. But of course, when we are somebody and have a mask, we're not really authentic who we truly are. You know, we're just somebody else out here. Yeah, and then at home, you're just a different person. And that there's an incongruency between what you present and who you really are, and that, in my opinion, leads to inauthenticity.
So out of this, what would be the small step that the person who is listening now to this video could take for himself, like after watching?
Well, a good step would be maybe to take a diary every day, every evening, and write down what you did, and then see what would be your honest view of today. You know? So let's say you work and everything is kind of okay, but you're overworked. And then at least towards yourself, you can then write down, I'm overworked, I hated to do an hour longer, I don't want to do it anymore, it's just too much for me. At least for yourself. You know, write down and start dialoguing with your honest self versus your, you know, presented self, let's call it, yeah. Okay. But I think that's usually, it's a beginning. And then, of course, we have to work a bit on the conditioning and all our stuff that we learned.
Excellent. So thank you very much for sharing this.
Thank you.
And have a good diaries tonight.